Hey Magic players, Brian here for MTGFrontierGuide. Hey, sorry about not posting for a while, but my microphone quit working, but I'm back now. Today we have a great budget deck tech that is standard and frontier legal. This one is called Blue-White Mummies. We run 18 creatures, all with Embalm ability. Basically, Embalm lets you bring back from the graveyard a token copy of the creature, except it's a white zombie in addition to its other types. And then you exile a card from the graveyard. Embalm is a great 2-for-1 ability. Alright, well let's get started. We start out with our workhorses, a playset of Anointer Priest, 3 copies of Binding Mummy, and 2 copies of Aven Guide. The Anointer Priest is a great blocker for early threats. It has Embalm, and every time a token enters the battlefield under your control, you get to gain a life. This will become super helpful since all our creatures have Embalm. The Binding Mummy lets you tap down a creature whenever another zombie enters the battlefield, which it clears the way to let you attack. Aven Guide may have a high CMC, but it's totally worth it. Has Embalm, of course, but it gives all your creature tokens Vigilance and Flying. That's just insane. We round out the creatures with a playset of Sacred Cat, 3 copies of Unwavering Initiate, and 2 copies of Vizier of Many Faces. The Sacred Cat is a great 1-drop. It's a 1/1 for 1, has lifelink, and with Embalm you don't feel too bad using him as a chump blocker. Unwavering Initiate is a solid card. Yes, the CMC is a bit on the high end, but it's a 3/2 with Vigilance and Embalm. The Vizier of Many Faces is my favorite one of the bunch. It lets you create a copy of any creature on the battlefield. This really evens things out for you. And of course, you know I can't run blue-white without enchantments. We start out with 2 each of Anointed Procession, Cast Out, and Compulsory Rest. Anointed Procession works hilariously well with this deck. If they kill one of your creatures, no problem, just embalm them and now you have 2. This comes in especially handy with the Vizier since you get to create 2 copies of their biggest creature. Cast Out is great for getting rid of most threats at instant speed. Compulsory Rest not only neutralizes an opponent's creature, but if it comes down to it, you can play it on your own creatures to gain life and then you can embalm. Next we have 2 Cartouche of Knowledge and 2 Cartouche of Solidarity. The Cartouche of Knowledge gives your creature flying and lets you draw a card, and then the Cartouche of Solidarity gives your creature first strike +1/+1 and gives you a 1/1 token with Vigilance. And to complement the cartouches, we have 2 each of the corresponding Trial of Knowledge and Trial of Solidarity. These work real well with the cartouches. Each of these has a great enter the battlefield ability. The Trial of Knowledge lets you draw 3 cards and then discard a card. The Trial of Solidarity gives all your creatures +2/+1, and on both of the trials, if you play a cartouche, you get to return the trial to your hand and play it again and benefit from the enter the battlefield effect all over again. And now for instants and sorceries, we have 2 copies of Dawn/Dusk and 2 copies of Essence Scatter. Dusk lets you destroy all creatures with power 3 or more, and then you can cast Dawn from the graveyard, which lets you bring back all your creatures with power 2 or less back to your hand from the graveyard. This makes it a bit easier to decide to board wipe or not. And then we finish with Essence Scatter, a great 2-drop blue creature counterspell. Awesome card. And now for our mana base, we run 3 Evolving Wilds and 3 Meandering Rivers to help with mana fixing, and then just 10 plains and 8 islands. Easy enough. The sideboard, of course, is up to you and what you normally face at your store, but some good options are In a Catcher's Name, Immolating Glare, Collective Effort, and Authority of the Councils. Also, since you have access to blue, you can add counter magic to your heart's content. Alright, well that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a great deal. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know if you gave the deck a try and how it worked out for you. Also, wanted to say thanks. We're almost at 100 subscribers. And to celebrate, we're going to be doing a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Again, this is Brian with MTGFrontierGuide, bringing you the Blue-White Mummies budget deck tech. Thanks again. Get out there and have fun and play some Magic. Bye.